Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about how I found out I was pregnant at 16 and how I told everyone and their reactions. So I was a junior in high school and I was dating my boyfriend. His name is Bryce. We're now engaged. We're going to be married in October. So yeah. Anyway, I was on the birth control pill, but I didn't know that you were supposed to take it at the same time every day. So I would just take it at random times, like in the morning when I woke up, or like right before I went to sleep, or in the afternoon. Like honestly, whenever I remembered, I would just take it. So that probably like lowered the effectiveness of it. Also, I skipped the pill one day, and I think I read something online. I don't remember where I heard this, but I thought that if you took 2 pills the next day, then it would just like still be effective and work good. So I did that. Obviously that was not the case. So I kind of like was iffy about whether or not that worked. So I kind of like was gonna take a pregnancy test at the end of the month when I got my period anyways, if I didn't get it. So I finished out the rest of like the pack of pills and I didn't get my period. So I told my friend Caitlin and she got me a pregnancy test and was like, you should just take it just in case, even if it's just like a late period. So I took it and the line was really faint. So I thought maybe it was just like a cheap test and I wasn't actually pregnant. So I was like, let's just wait a week and I'll take another test and we'll see if it's still positive or not. So a week went by and I kind of just didn't think about it. I didn't really believe that I was pregnant. I just thought it was like a cheap test. So there was another week went by and I was out with my friend Caitlin again and she was like, you should take another test. So I went and I bought another test and this one was like kind of like more expensive. So I ended up taking it and the line was pretty bold this time. So like I knew it was like actually positive. But I also thought like maybe I was just like one of those people that there's like something chemically imbalanced and like it just says that I was pregnant but I'm not actually pregnant. So yeah, I didn't think I was like truly pregnant, but I was like maybe I should just tell Bryce and see what he says. So I called him and I was like, hey, I have to tell you something. And then I got really scared and so I was like, never mind, I don't want to tell you. So, but then he was like, no, like you can't just tell me that you have to tell me something and then not tell me. So I sent him a picture on Snapchat while I was on the phone with him and he was really quiet for like a little bit and finally he said, so does this mean you're pregnant? And I was like, yeah. And he was quiet again and he said, oh, thank God, like I thought you were cheating on me. And I was like, why would you think that? Like he was like, I don't know, you just told me that you had to tell me something and you sounded scared, so I thought that it was like something for me to be mad about. And I was like, no, like I'm pregnant. And he was like, oh, well, like, you know, we'll get through this. And he was like really positive about it and he was like kind of excited to have a baby. On the other hand, I was like so scared. So I waited a little bit to tell my mom. I think that was like at the beginning of the week and I told my mom at the end of the week. So Bryce didn't want me to tell my mom because he was scared of like what his parents would say because they were already talking about making him move out of his house when he turned 18. So he was like, if they find out, like they're gonna make me move out now because he was 17 at the time. But I was like, no, like my mom needs to know because I need to go to doctor's appointments and things like that. So I feel so bad that I did this. I actually texted her a picture of my positive pregnancy test while she was at work. I'm so sorry, Mom. But she immediately like texted me back and said, is this like real? Like, are you kidding? And I was like, no, like it's real. And she immediately like called my phone like a bunch of times. And I like declined all of them because I was really scared to talk to her. She was pregnant at 17, so she kind of like knew all the struggles that a teen parent goes through. And she really didn't want me to be pregnant at 16, you know, it's really hard. So I was really scared of her being so mad and like disappointed. So I just was texting her and I was like, I don't want to talk to you right now. Like, I want to give you time to process everything and I'll talk to you tomorrow. So I didn't end up going home that night. I spent the night at my friend Caitlin's house because her mom was out of town and I just wanted to get a break from my mom before she like, you know, it gave her time to process everything. So the next day, I didn't want to go home again, but my mom was like, I called Bryce's parents, like, we all need to sit down and talk about this. So we all sat down. Bryce's parents came over. My mom didn't really say too much to me before they came over. She was kind of just like sit in the living room and wait for them. So they finally got there, and it was pretty awkward. Like, we all just kind of like sat there for like a few minutes before anyone said anything. And finally, Bryce's dad, I think, was like, so what is your plan? So me and Bryce were like, we want to keep the baby. Bryce said that he was gonna get his GED and drop out of school to get a full-time job to take care of us. So he had a plan. I was just like, I'm just gonna keep going to school. Like, I don't really know what else to do. But my mom was really, really upset, and she suggested that I get an abortion so that way I can have like more opportunities in life, and it would kind of be like easier. But me and Bryce didn't want that, so we kind of left that night all pretty much on the same page about what was going to happen. So my mom was really upset about it for a few months, but eventually she came around to the idea that like she was going to be a grandmother. She was really excited at the end of my pregnancy, and now she loves Samara more than like anything. And Bryce's parents were kind of just like, you know, you guys did this, like it's up to you guys, it's not on us. They were pretty supportive of it. Bryce's mom was really excited to be a grandma again because Bryce is the youngest of 5 boys, so they already have 3 grandchildren, so they were excited for another one. So after that, I was working at Sonic, and it was like really slippery outside, and I slipped, and like a tray hit my stomach, and it like hurt like really bad, honestly. And the next day I was getting really, really bad stomach cramps, and so I told my mom, and she was like, you should go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, and they like did an ultrasound, but they couldn't find anything, and so they were like in my stomach, like they didn't think I was pregnant. So they were like, we'll just draw your blood just to be sure because we don't think you're pregnant. So they drew my blood, and they were like, no, you're definitely pregnant. The HCG hormone, which is like the pregnancy hormone, in people who are not pregnant is under 10, and for me it was like 400 and something. So they were like, you're definitely pregnant, but you're probably only like 5 weeks pregnant. So they were like, go to set up a doctor's appointment on Monday, and they'll take your blood twice, and then on the 3rd day they'll do another ultrasound. So I did that. So when I took the ultrasound, it was like 6 weeks and 2 days. And that was kind of the time where like I truly accepted that I was pregnant, because we heard her heartbeat and I got to see her for the first time. And that was the time when I was like, wow, we're really gonna have a baby. So after that, people at Sonic, where we were working at together, already knew that I was pregnant because Bryce was telling one of his friends about it, and he's like a really loud talker. So everyone else heard as well, and so everyone there knew. And a lot of people that worked there also went to high school with us, so I kind of just wanted to beat the rumors because I know a few people were like already asking my friend if I was pregnant. So I just posted a picture of the sonogram to my Instagram, and I said, Baby American coming October 2017. So instantly like everyone started messaging me like, oh, are you really pregnant, like is that you? And I was like, yeah, I'm actually pregnant. And everyone was pretty supportive at that point. Yeah, that's pretty much how everyone found out. I think I'm gonna post another video next week about what I did after everyone knew I was pregnant and kind of everything leading up to the birth. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to this video.